Hello, welcome to Closing Chapters, Everyday Real Estate Tales. I'm your host, Brittany Fry. I'm a realtor, I'm a military wife, and I'm a mom. Join me and come transaction by transaction throughout my real estate career starting back in 2016 to hear about the highs, the lows, and the unexpected turns along the way through all of my customers. It's going to be a crazy ride, you guys. I am so excited to share the past, the current, and then what's coming in the future. Hang tight for the ride. Join me about being a realtor, a military spouse, and a mom. Can't wait to see you there. Happy Saturday. Can you believe 2023 is coming to an end? I know some of us are so ready for the new year, and some of us are like, what the heck happened? Where did the year go? I am kind of in that category right now simply because of my little baby. My son is now 15 months old. I'm 16 months old. And it's like we blinked. And it went so much faster with our second child than our first. Our daughter is about to turn 4 years old. And we're just like, holy cow, this holiday season, we've really been stuck on the fact that our kids are growing so quickly and trying to like hold them and snuggle them and keep them tiny as long as we possibly can. It's the same old song and dance. I know everybody says it, but you know, it really is true. And we absolutely love our children and they are such cool little humans. So it's so neat to watch them grow and change, but man, we just want them to stay our little cuddly babies for forever. So that is our thoughts at the end of 2023, amongst a lot of other different things that are going on in our world, which you'll find out about soon enough. But for now, we have a story about a strong, independent lady. And we all know that I love a strong, independent lady. I love a story where a woman can kick butt, save up, find the house of her dreams, and make it her own all by herself. I love my husband, and I'm not in the category of I don't need no man, right? But I think there's something to be said about the fact that you can stand up for yourself and that you can realize that you can accomplish anything that you want. I do want to own my own property. At this point in time, every property we've owned has been either together or solely in my husband's name. So it's a huge goal of mine is I want to own a property. I want it to be in a business name of mine or from real estate, my real estate business, something of that nature. But I just want to say that I purchased a property by myself. There's something just really empowering about that as a woman, as a solo person. There's so many things where it's just like, wow, that's such a huge accomplishment. And it's still the American dream, folks. So let me tell you about this fantastic lady who worked and worked and worked and saved and saved and saved. She was in her 50s and she had a nice little nest egg put aside that she'd been saving up after working with the same job she was almost ready to retire, to be honest. But she did the hard work and it paid off. She bought a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick rancher in Saddlebrook Neighborhood, which is a nice little, really nice little neighborhood, but it's like right in the nook of town. It's hidden away on like this through road that goes between two major roads in Sumter. And then you can get to anything so easily. The military base is literally like 10 minutes away. Walmart is like 10 minutes away, not even 10 minutes away. Downtown is like 10 to 15 minutes away. I mean, really in the heart of everything. But listen to this, you guys. She has an acre lot. Beautiful brick rancher, 2015 built. And it's 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,788 square feet on an acre lot. Want to know how much she spent on it? In 2017, she spent $176,000. And this was like a custom home, you guys. It was beautiful, beautiful cabinetry in the kitchen. There was a corner cabinet with glass windows in it. It was really cool. It had a backsplash, nice solid surface countertops, hardwood flooring, the works. $176,000. She still lives there today, you guys. She has some equity and some generational wealth because she was a boss woman and
purchase this house by herself for herself. It's such an amazing and empowering story whenever I get the opportunity to help someone like this. And we actually started out looking at a different house in the neighborhood, and this one came on the market. And we were so excited because this one was a little bit more elevated. It was on the outside of the neighborhood. So like the neighborhood has your outside loop and then the inside loop. So we originally looked at a house on the inside loop, and it backed up to a pond, which was cute. You know, that's cool, whatever. But there wasn't a lot of privacy there. The one that we ended up getting her was on the outside loop, and it backed up to a wood line, which is amazing. Nobody's going to build behind her, and she only has her two neighbors on the side of her. And it was really nice and private. So it was a beautiful choice and property for her. Super, super stoked. So when we were looking at this property, we had to figure out this one was a smidge higher than the other one. And there was definitely reasons why. Like I said, this one was a little bit more custom and it had some nice things on the inside. And she deserved that, my friends. She had worked her butt off to get in a position to be able to purchase a home for herself for the rest of her life. And we were going to get her exactly what she deserved. So the way that we were able to make this work is we worked with the lender and said, hey, we want to kind of go up to here. I think we were around 170, 175 was our max, right? We purchased this house for 176. It was online, like for sale for 179. So let me tell you, we were able to get the price down a little bit, and we also got our $3,000 in closing cost credit. So really, that kind of puts the price down to 173 from the sellers. So we were really thankful that the sellers came down and let her get into this house. Sometimes people can be really hard up, especially when they put a house on the market, like just put it on the market. They'll be like, oh no, I'll wait, da da da. But history tells usually the first offer is usually your best offer. And if it's decent and you can make it work, you need to hit the ground running. And thankfully, the seller's agent on the other side believed in that and told the sellers that, and we made a deal. So the lender was able to work with these numbers, and because we were able to get the closing cost credit, we could go up on the price point a little bit, and it all worked out phenomenally. So now my fantastic single lady has purchased her own home. She is sitting on a nest egg of equity. I mean, oh my gosh, a nest egg of equity. And she has a beautiful house to show for it. So I cannot wait to see what this looks like for her in the future. If she stays there for forever and a day, I hope she does and enjoys the heck out of it. But if she's ever ready to sell it and gain that equity and put it somewhere else, she is going to have a phenomenal opportunity. And this is what homeownership is about. Now, this was not a military client, obviously, and this is really different. So most of the time, this was back in 2017 where she purchased this, okay? We're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 6 years later, typically speaking, 6 years later, a military family is not still in that same house. They may own it still. We still own our first property in South Carolina. We rent it out now, and that's a great way to do that if you can. However, that's not the norm. So whenever I get an opportunity to talk about a house where somebody has really stayed put for more than 5 years, it tickles me pink because they are truly getting the equity gain, right? It's building. The house is appreciating. You are paying down your loan. Like there's such a trifecta going on that puts you in such a great position at any point in time in life that you might need to sell or liquidate or move to a different phase of life, right? What a great savings account, right? Not a lot of people think about a house like a savings account, but it really is. So especially in this phase of life, I told you she was in her 50s moving into this house. So let's say she stays in this house for 15, 20 years, and then she decides that she's going to go live in an assisted living facility, and she is able to sell this house, have that lump sum of money to put into a high yield savings account and pay for her assisted living facility for however many years, while it's still accruing interest in that high yield savings account, which that's a conversation we're going to have another day. We just got turned on to high yield savings accounts personally in our own home. And realize, like, what the heck were we doing with our lives and why did we never have these set up until now? So we are definitely going to talk about that a little bit because I want you to do better than me. I don't want you to be in your mid-30s figuring out all of these fun tips and tricks that can be making you money just for letting your money sit in a specific type of account. So anyhow, that's just an example how, when you make one purchase, it can trickle over and make a positive impact for the rest of your life, right? Or what happens if she has heirs that she really wants to help in the future or pass along this property to? There's a good chance that she could have enough equity whenever she's ready to pass it along to pay off the property in full and have it be cash, for them, and not have anything owed on it. So she really got a great buy, and I'm so tickled pink that she's still there and enjoying this property. I hope that she does for many, many, many years to come. So if you're a single lady, young or old, and you are ready to purchase your first property, then you need to give me a call or send me a message and let's chat about this because it is possible. So many times people think that they cannot purchase a house. They don't have a lot of cash sitting around, whatever the case may be. There are so many great first-time homebuyer programs and so many amazing lenders that will work with you side by side to make sure, one, if you're ready to purchase now, and two, if you're not ready to purchase now, how do we get you there? How long would it possibly take? And what are the steps we need to take? And are you game for that? And sometimes people aren't. They just really don't want the hassle of getting their ducks in a row in a specific way to be able to purchase. For example, maybe somebody that has their own businesses and is a 1099. If you are simply a 1099 or you have your own business, you have to show so much income for several years in a row to be able to purchase. And a lot of times people are doing drastic tax deductions to not pay huge lump sums of taxes. And then that's diminishing their income on paper. So that's one example where sometimes people just don't want to foot the bill. They don't want to change that up. And if that's the case, then okay, that's what's good for you. But if you want to purchase a home and have it be your home, then it's a short game, right? For a couple of years, we have to sacrifice and make sure we got our ducks in a row. Then we're going to get you into a house, and then you do whatever you need to do, from that point forward. So anyhow, I'm just saying there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way, and we can always make it work. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It might be a little bit of a, journey along the way, but good things that are worth having aren't always easy to come by, and it will so be worth the work. And I'll be here with you side by side every step of the way, my friends. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Happy New Year's. Be safe this weekend, and I cannot wait to talk to you in 2024.